Hello, thank you for joining me today. What I am going to be working on now is the content of this bin, and this is the compost bin that I added the worms that I found near my compost bin in, and I'm going to be taking this content and I am going to be adding it to this one. And this bin is the one that I just remodeled, and it is also the one that I added the first set of worms to. So I'm going to be putting those two bins into one, and my reason for putting those two bins into one is because pretty soon I'm going to need to harvest that bin over there, and I need the space. I need to have one empty one, so this will be added to the other bin. This is the spot where the worms were found, and as I moved something just now, I saw one running away. Right, there we have one. I found 33 more the other day, and look at that. That's 3. That's 4 of them, or 5 of them. And let's see if you can see those tiny hatchlings. So quite a few. That's 5, 6, 7. It makes me wonder, are they coming out because 8? Are they coming from underneath the bin because of the many rains that we have been getting? 8. This was not supposed to be a part of the video, but as I came around here I saw one moving, so I decided I might as well. There are a lot of hatchlings in this little spot as well. 9. 10. 11. 12. Wow. I think they're coming from underneath the bin because of the rain that we got, so it might be a bit too moist underneath there. And this section has dried out a bit, so I'm not seeing any in this region. Oh, 12. Poor little guys. I think I'm just gonna dump on this spot for them, since as they seem to like it so much. So that is 12 of them. I'm just gonna put them in this bin since I'm going to be moving everything over to it anyway. Okay. And you see the worms trying to run away. They're looking quite fat. Moving these over is going to be a lot of work. It is interesting to note that it has been less than a week since I've added these worms, but it doesn't matter where I go in the bin. And I'd say I have about 250 worms, because every time I see more worms I add them to the bin, and in that space of time the worms have spread out in the bin, because no matter where I go in the bin I am finding worms. So that is pretty good. It's a bit warmer on the lower part of the bin, which is also good. And this is another reason why I am Another reason why I am transferring this bin to the other worm bin is because with that compost bin over there being so close to this, the worms are going to be going over there as well, and I don't want them to do that because that bin is getting pretty close to being harvested. That's just plain compost, no worms. So that is getting close to being harvested, so I don't want the worms from here to get over into that. Chances are that the worms will not be able to eat off all the content of this bin and the other one that I'm putting it in by the end of September, which is when I'm going to have to move them out into the garage, which means that I'm going to have to create bins for all of this material here and the other bin over there. And as I mentioned in previous videos, worm castings cannot be frozen, or else you will kill the microbes in it. So you don't want to freeze worm castings, but you can freeze the compost. So I don't want to have any worms in the compost over there, because those are going to be put in this container and other boxes like this. So I'm going to be putting them in here, and then those will stay outside. Okay, so we have 3 months counting July for these worms to be outdoors. So I want to see how well they're going to perform in this big open bin. More space, more food. Will that mean a drastic increase in worm population? See, that is my goal. Increase the worm population. Because more worms means more castings. And I'm gonna need a lot of it for next year for my garden. I'm impressed. These worms are all over the place. I can see they don't waste time, eh? Well, that's good. But that they recognize that they have a lot of space. Let's hope they start making me some babies. Okay, so as you can see, guys, I have maxed out this bin. In fact, it's a little bit over full, but that is okay. I imagine it might be heating up a bit because it is so full and the content is just right for it to heat up. By moving it, I've added hair to it, so I imagine it will be eating up, in which case the worms can always move to the side. And I still have about a foot high left to be transferred. So what I'm thinking is that I am going to be putting it in this upper worm bin. I don't know if you can see what I'm showing you there, but I think some of the worms have migrated and are laying eggs, which are hatching outside of the area where I have the worms, but it doesn't matter because this is still a part of the worm bin, so that's okay. I just moved the cardboard, and can you see that? A lot of them are underneath that as well. A lot of them. So I guess that's good that I am going to be putting the rest of the material from the compost bin in here, because now these ones will have a nice home. So I guess the entire base of this bin is going to be filled with foods for them then. So let's get right into moving that material over. There's one thing I tell you, it is going to be a lot of work to harvest this bin, the one below it, and the big compost bin that I had the worms to. It will be a lot of work to harvest all of that at the end of September. So you'll see how. Okay, I'm getting pretty close to the end. I've got maybe 3-4 buckets to transfer. Okay, this is the last of it. And now I just need to level this off. Gonna cover this up. Just like that, this project is finished. So all I have left to do is just to turn on the hose and wash out the worm bin or the compost bin. Let it stay there and dry before I start sifting out my finished compost. So that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed my video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't yet done so, and don't forget to turn on your notification. Please have yourself a wonderful day.